Hello everyone, my name's Logic, and welcome back to Sounds of Our Love. I know it's been a while since I played through this game, but I have no excuse. I've been slacking in the YouTube game lately, but I've been streaming a lot on Twitch, as you guys can probably tell for whoever religiously watches my videos. It's been a while since I played this game, so I literally have no idea where I'm up to. I'm actually recording this using OBS now as well, instead of using just Fraps and my Logitech software. So you're gonna have to excuse the bright light on my face as well. I hope this isn't too quiet for you. If it's too quiet, it'll just be the music. But once the talking gets going, then it'll liven up a bit. Let me just see if I can. Is that any better? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So, in the last one, the last thing we do, I step outside bidding farewell to my family with nothing more than a brisk wave. So we're going back to school. The street is quiet. It usually is around this time. I left just before the rush hour, and recently I have found myself trying to get to school a lot earlier than before. Just give me a second while I just open up my can and spill it all over my keyboard. Never good. Yeah, maybe there's a reason for that. The reason though isn't there. When I reach the end of the street, this is the place where I first meet Carrie. At the place we agreed on meeting each other from now on. Carrie, though, isn't here. Granted, I did leave earlier just so I could be here before her. If I wait around a bit, I should be greeted. I should be greeted at the cute sight of her being shocked to see me. Leaning back against the wall, I rub my brows. I take the time to think over the situation between us. On Saturday, it was privy to her life behind closed doors. Privy? Having to be involved in a dispute between parents with the additional sense of loneliness. Thinking about it really makes me sad that she has gone through so much. Bullying, a divorce, and seclusion. All of that, and then there's me. I take a look at my watch. Its reflection in the sunlight almost blinding me as I squint to make out the numbers. Time has gone by fast, with the dial telling me that it's been a quarter of an hour since when we were supposed to have met each other. Thoughts fly through my head as I ponder over why she could be so late, but if I wait any longer then I won't be able to make it to school on time. This music, something about it, it's creepy. It's not right, something's not right here. If I were to turn up after I'd left, well, it'd hurt me. Leaving Carrie behind is something I don't want to do, but I can't afford to be late either. It's a tough one. Carrie is probably ill, that's the most likely scenario. I decided to carry on forward, taking myself further down a series of streets towards school. A state close to silence soon becomes infused with the sound of students bustling through the school gates to begin their day, just like me. Unlike them, I have someone in particular on my mind right now. These people weren't there for Carrie when she needed it. All they did was ignore her, casting her away. It's sad that people can judge you based upon how they see you rather than what's inside. Carrie herself, wherever she may be, has had a hard time. I keep telling myself over and over, repeating it as if it's the times tables I learned back in elementary school. Carrie must be ill. Could there really be another reason for her absence? Nevertheless, she seems like the type of person that would give me a call to tell me that she would not be in. She hasn't done that. Another cause for worry. I push forward into the school grounds. It's weird to think that this is only the 7th time I've come to school alone. The rest of the time I was with her. Yeah, there's a weird thought. Arriving in class just short of the bell, I sit down at my desk as usual. And the best thing I can do now is go about my day as I normally would, but I don't think I'll be able to dissipate the thoughts of Carrie. Hey Lunchbox, do you know what lesson we have first thing? A classmate stands before my desk. I'm pretty sure this is the guy from before who was really keen on the sandwiches they sell here. think it's biology. Alright, thanks, man. Leaves my desk just as quick as he came, giving me with a sense of sickness now that I realise I'll have to put up with lessons for a while. Yeah, that's life. Or work. I'm not particularly fond of my biology teacher either, but I have more important things to focus on right now. All I can do is try and get through this. Lunchtime arrives. Hey! Lunchtime with Lunchbox Logic. The bell doing more than signalling that. It shows that I've got nobody to eat with. I doubt Carrie has or will show up today. Rising from my seat, pains shoot through my back as I strengthen it. Been slumped in my chair all morning, and luckily enough for me, I never got asked any questions by my biology teacher. As I approach the door to the classroom, part of me hopes to find Carrie there waiting for me. The entire set topped off with a cute blush, his silky golden braids lying loosely over her shoulders. More importantly, her adorable smile. Even though I've only just gone over a day without seeing her, it's still an issue. Despite all this, there's no sign of Carrie as I leave the classroom to make a beeline to the cafeteria. Maybe that 100% Welsh beef can give me the energy to make it through the day. The rest of the day. Taking my place in the line at the cafeteria, one which is surprisingly short, I idle around waiting for my turn to order. Coming here still gives me thoughts of Carrie. It's where we really got to know each other, not necessarily where everything started. Because I decided to speak to her on a whim that we've managed to get this far. Yeah, that's very true. You didn't even have the courage to go and speak to her. Well, you did, but not at first. Wimp. That was only a week ago. Thinking about it makes me happy at what we've achieved over this past 7 days. Yet it eventually trails back to the thoughts of Carrie's issues. Baggage. Soon enough, the line to the cold food section shortens again and again as we inch forward. One after another, people grab their food and leave to eat it. Something I would be doing with Carrie if she was here. Why do you have to make that, like, apparent? It's so weird. I decided to grab a sandwich quickly enough to get to the last beef one. Winner! Leaving me to find a place to sit in the cafeteria. The real problem is that I have nobody to eat with, kind of like how Carrie was. Wow. That's a deep thought right there. I wonder if she would have approached me if our situations were reversed. Her personality, I couldn't really expect much. Even though she is a kind person, she wouldn't have had the audacity to approach someone she had only met that morning. I decide the best thing to do is just go back to class. I can probably find someone to talk to there. Suppose. My corridor is empty as I walk back towards my classroom to eat lunch. Most people now would either be in their class or in the cafeteria, so it's rare to see any students walking about at this time. Making my way past one of the classrooms, I notice the door open behind me as someone calls out. Hey wait, you're Lunchbox Logic. Yep, I am. I stop on my tracks and turn around to find one of our year's form teachers calling out to me. I think he's in charge of Carrie's class. Yes, I am, sir. I am indeed Lunchbox Logic. Sorry to stop you. I was wondering if you would know the reason as to why Carrie... what's her name? Carridwen? I don't know. Is absent today. We haven't received a phone call from her parents, so I thought you might know where she is. You've been hanging around with her a lot lately, that's all. Well, you won't get a phone call of her mum, because her mum's like... somewhere else. They're going, I don't know, they're getting divorced or something. No, I don't say. Sorry. Has this guy been watching me and Carrie? Guess it's kind of his job as teacher to track pupil progress. It's quite notable that one of the most introverted students suddenly made a friend, though it still aggravates me that he's looking into our business. Okay, no worries, we'll give her parents a call later if we don't receive any word from them. I'm not sure if this guy knows about the relationship between Carrie's parents. Heads back into his classroom, leaving me by myself in the corridor. The thought of giving Carrie a call myself crosses my mind as I make my way back to the classroom. Would be a good idea. Why didn't you do that in the first place? We could have just rang her on this street before we actually went to school. That'd be a start. Cool air, the sound of cars, and the presence of the local populace going about their daily lives surrounds me. Walking home from school has always been like this. Just time to think while I rush to get back so I can think about my own life. It makes me wonder whether things would be different if Carrie had come to school today. We did agree on walk to school together, but neither of us said anything about walking home together. I'm not sure why we haven't. I just think I'm way too much into this. And being able to support Carrie is something I want to do. After what her teacher has told me, I really don't think she's ill. Surely her father would have informed the school. They're never too keen on pupils missing lessons. I've had the experience of being berated for it before. Putting my hands in my pocket, my fingers naturally rest around my phone as I realize I had it with me. You only just realize you had your phone with you? I did decide on giving Carrie a call, though I'd rather wait until I'm at home before doing so. Something inside me knows that the things we'll discuss won't be the same as trivial things we both embraced before. Step by step, I trace back my usual path down my street to and from school, quickly arriving home and making my way indoors. Inside, instead of the usual sounds of my father's boasting and my mother's retorts, I find my sister sitting down and playing on her phone. It's something she would usually do. Why she's doing it downstairs and not in her room, I'm unsure. Oh, you're back. I am. Did you get let out early or something? No, just a faster walker than you. She always has a way to be cheeky. Where's Mum and Dad? Oh, they went out. They said they'd bring back something for dinner. Okay. Take off my shoes in the hall when I get the idea to talk about Carrie with my sister. She might be able to give me a girl's perspective on it all, at least I hope. Hey, is there any reason as to why a girl might not come to school despite not being ill? My sister turns her head and smirks at me, almost to mock me for knowingly asking something which would make me indebted to her. Oh, did a girl you take the day off? Very funny. Are you gonna give me a serious answer? After raising my voice, my sister responds by giving me a solemn expression. I didn't mean to get loud, but right now I have more important things on my mind than hit jokes. Well, I wouldn't go if I didn't feel like it. That is, if I was depressed. Thank you. I'm sorry for shouting. By getting angry, I created a sense of awkwardness between us. Doing so resulted in getting an answer from her anyway, one which isn't unreasonable given Carrie's situation. All I can do now is hope she's willing to answer my call. It's okay. Assuming, with whatever it is she was doing, my sister takes hold of her phone, leaving me to part ways with her head upstairs. With her head upstairs. Home is a room all too common, and as always all too messy. Looking around, I realised this would be the stage upon which I begin my act to be there for Carrie. The girl who has grown on me so much over the course of a mere 7 days. The sounds of cars resonate through the open window, causing me to look outside and stare back at the melancholic expression. Is that really what I look like? The image is beyond me as I continue to listen over the melodic rhythm, people within the city going about their lives. Here I am hesitating to call someone who means so much to me, someone who changed me. I was under the assumption that after meeting Carrie I was able to bring her out of her shell. She told me otherwise, but I found myself thinking about how much she has done for me, how much we've been there for each other, neither of us have even realizing it. Pounding on my heart acts as a timer, urging me as I clasp the phone in my hands. All I have to do now is press the button. Pang of nervousness. Pang? Pang of... What the hell is a pang? I mean, does it even exist? Give me a second. I've got to see if this word exists. Pang. And in the expression how it's using it. Okay, so P-A-N-G. Holy shit, it's actually a word. I didn't know that. It means a sudden sharp pain or painful emotion. Well, I did not know that. You learn something new every day, don't you? A pang of nervousness causes me to sweat as my breathing sharpens, unsettling my mind as I continue wanting to get this issue resolved. With an unsteady hand, take the move, press call. Now it is up to her to answer. The phone rings slightly longer than I would expect to if Carrie really felt like talking. It can only be assumed that she's at home. If the phone was anywhere near her, then she would have answered it by now. The ringing stops abruptly, causing me to feel a sense of relief, which is soon washed away when someone other than Carrie answers the phone. Hello, who might this be? On the other end of the line is Carrie's father. I don't know many parents who would answer their child's phone, but at least I can ask him about Carrie. This is lunchbox logic. Ah, that's right, you were over here the other day, weren't you? Sorry about what happened. I don't usually get so worked up, but there's a lot of things going on right now. All I can do is apologize for making you witness it all. I don't really witness a lot. I can understand. How is Carrie doing? She wasn't in school today. Thought you might be calling about that. You're a good lad, you know. I've only met this guy once and he's calling me a good lad. On the other hand, getting on his good side isn't a bad thing in any shape or form. Carrie's in her room at the moment. She hasn't been down in a while. That's concerning. She's locked herself in her room? I think it's because she is upset about the relationship me and my wife have. Well, she won't be my wife for much longer. It's a complicated story. There we go, yeah, so they're getting divorced. Did Carrie ever mention it to you? Not in any detail. She told me to forget about her mother. Saturday. I think you deserve to know. It'll help explain what Carrie's feeling. I don't think I'm in a position to be this involved with their family issues. Really, it's odd to think that he would be willing to tell me. This willing to tell me. Listening now, though, might make it easier to understand what Carrie is feeling, and if I want to help her, it's something I must know. Currently, we're going through a divorce, but that should be more than apparent. After we moved to Japan, things started to get rocky between us. My wife decided to go on holiday back to Wales, though her real intention was to get back with her ex-husband. Oof. Tough break, Mr. Airwood. I eventually caught wind of it after one of my friends spotted them together. We stayed there, but at the same time filed for a divorce. It's a complicated process when you're dealing with two countries. I was told yesterday that she also filed for custody of Carrie. What? Does that mean Carrie would also return to Wales? Yes. She's been upset since she doesn't want to leave. I think she has too much here that she would lose if she went back. Do you mean me? It's not just me who she'd be away from. Oh, the reality is too hard to comprehend. Sheep scale, faced with another challenge in her life. Yeah, that's not a very good thing for her, is it, at all? Having to leave behind her father and a friend in order to go back to live with a mother she has no fondness for. I knew from the beginning that I wouldn't be able to do anything. Being there for Carrie still won't change the outcome, but I won't resist doing so. Right now she needs someone there for her, even if it'll end up hurting both of us. If you want to speak to Carrie yourself, you're welcome to come over any time, but I'm not sure how receptive she'll be about it. It feels wrong if I don't at least try to get my voice through to her. Even if she turns me away, I just wanted to know that I'm here for her. And know that, despite the pain, people most important to her will give her back everything in return. That we care for her. That I care for her. Do you think I'll be able to come over today? I don't see why that would be a problem, though like I said, I'm not sure how Carrie will react. Her reaction right now isn't really stable. And all that matters to me is how she is feeling, which I know is far from good. I want to reach out to her. Alright, I'll be over shortly. Goodbye. In a rush, I hang up on Mr. Airwood without giving him the chance to respond. Wasting time isn't an option. I need to get there as soon as possible. Oh, we're just running there. Heading downstairs, my footsteps resonate through the house, causing my sister to give me a bewildered look. Luckily enough, she doesn't give me an issue and goes back to using her phone. Not bothered. See you later. Passing through the hall, the door opens before me, revealing my parents home from their trip out. I don't have the time to make conversation, so I slip past them at the doorway. Both of them giving me the same bewildered look as my sister did in the process. Where are you off to, son? Going to a girl's house. Upon hearing that, my father contorts his face in surprise, finally leaving me with a proud smile as I set off to make my way down the street. All I should focus on is being there for Carrie, a thought which drives me as I race my way to her house. Yeah, we are literally just bailing there. Darkness fills the path towards Carrie's house. Spare the street lamps which guide my course towards it. A long and winding one, in a metaphorical sense, that is. This week has provided me with countless ups, but I guess it's time to face the downs. Knowing that Carrie is hurting makes me feel bad myself, something which I've told myself over and over. My emotional attachment to her is a big thought. Carrie's street is short, so it's easy enough to find her house. It saves me the time of looking for it in the darkness of the ever-looming night. Ooh, I like that. I like that wordplay. The adrenaline within me rushes me further towards the door of her house. It's not necessary, but I feel that controlling these emotions would be a bad thing on top of the difficulty to do so. It's Carrie's feelings that I want to prioritize right now. Getting here as soon as possible helps me to do that. My knuckles face the wood of the door repeatedly as I eagerly wait for an answer. I can see movement from inside, that of Carrie's father as he soon comes to open the door. Good evening, lunchbox. I won't keep you stopped for long. Carrie's room is upstairs and to the right. I know. I shouldn't really say that. Keeping things brief, Mr. Airwood gives me the directions to Carrie's room despite me already knowing them. I don't know how well it would be to sit with him if I told him that I've already been up there, so I just thank him anyway. Yeah, that's true. Thank you. Sparing no time, I rush up the stairs as carefully as I can, wearing socks, and trying to race up there would be really regrettable if I were to slip. Though being too cautious also seems like a bad idea as well. The only thing I should be caring about is Carrie. Following the same path I took only days ago, Carrie's bedroom door stands before me, gateway to a lonely, downcast girl. Knocking on it gently, my heart continues to pound in my chest as I wait for a response. Nothing. Out of instinct, I grab the doorknob, but despite my best effort, it won't budge. She must have locked it. I kind of expected it, but it doesn't change the fact that she's locked herself away from the outside world, even her own father. Slow movements raise my arm once again as I realize what I have to do. For all Carrie's concerned, it could just be her father knocking on the door. Hopefully hearing me as well can show her how concerned we both are. I tap against the door once more, I make my call out to her. Carrie, it's me.
Huh?
She's so shocked. A response. A small yet welcome one.
What are you doing here?
Her voice is filled with nervousness. Over the time that we've spent together, I've noticed that she found it easier to speak to me as each day went on. Now though, she sounds just as she did when I first met her. I came to talk to you. I want you to come to school tomorrow. I abruptly managed to stop myself from adding I've missed you, even though it's the absolute truth. Spending time without her was different, even though that's all I knew before. I know you're not feeling good, but knowing you're like this makes me sad. I told you we're friends, and I want to support you.
I'm sorry, I know. You're important to me.
You don't have to apologize, I just wanted to be there for you.
I'm not sure if I'll feel like going. It's complicated.
Only a thin piece of wood separates us as we both stand in silence. A wall between us, between our feelings. I'm not sure what I should do. I'll be waiting for you tomorrow, Carrie, where we normally meet. Good night, Carrie. On a whim, I tear myself away from here. It's a painful thing to do, but actions speak louder than words. Trying to break into her room wouldn't have done either of us any good, but telling her I'll wait no matter what might let her hear my feelings in a different way. I'm not sure if she responded, though she doesn't come out after me. It's an odd thing for me to be so familiarized with her house after only knowing her for a week. That doesn't stick with me on the trip down the stairs. So how did it go? My father stands in the hallway showing me that he was waiting for me the entire time. I don't know, we'll just have to see. They are plain and simple words, yet they hurt me so much. Having this uncertainty between us all makes me feel more bitter than anything. It's okay, Carrie is usually quite stubborn. Would you be staying for dinner? I know a meal with a 37-year-old Welsh guy isn't exactly on everyone's bucket list, but it would be impolite for me not to offer. Thank you, but my parents just brought back something for the family just as I was leaving. Sure, it'll be quite a ruckus when I get back. It's alright, I hope you enjoy your evening. Thank you for speaking to her. It's okay, it's something I wanted to do. I'll be off then. Goodbye. Carrie's father sees me off with a wave as I walk out of the Airwood household. Thinking about it now, his words don't make much sense to me. Describing Carrie as stubborn is definitely a contrast to what I know her as. In fact, I would describe her as pretty compliant. I guess things are different when you're a parent. Maybe it's just how Carrie acts towards me. At least I hope it is. Alright guys, I'm going to leave this here. I know this hasn't been a long one, but I'm trying to keep them about 30 minutes each. I thought this was a great place to just stop it as well, considering the past day, Jesus, what is up my English? The day before this one, we actually went to school and that, and she didn't turn up, and she's going through a lot. Her father's explained to us, so I thought this was a great breaking point, and we'll just find out what happens in the next one. Will she turn up? Will she not? Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I know it's been ages since I've recorded one of these videos, but I have no excuse. But I just felt like playing it, so I'll make sure to be more frequent now. So thank you guys for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video or the next stream. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.